Hello everyone. First of all, Subha Alutta Uruddak Veva Emotama, and welcome to our new website, the Education Protocol. So today I'm going to do a very small video about CCBs. Okay, let's start. This is the very first supportive lecture we are publishing in our website, so it may be less organized. Please forgive us, but in near future we will do some more lectures, supportive lectures for you, not only by me, by some other seniors also, in very informative and very organized way. So in today's video I'm going to discuss with you about what are calcium channel blockers and what is the classification. What are the pharmacological actions and the clinical indications and adverse effects will be discussed very soon. So calcium as an ion, what are the physiological actions inside our body? It can cause contraction of smooth muscle cells, skeletal muscle cells and cardiac muscles. Can help in secretions and can help in blood coagulation, and also needed in neuron transmitter release. Maybe you can remember neuron transmitters are released to the to outside the neuron cells by vesicles. Those vesicles are transported to the end plate by calcium ions with the help of calcium ions. So what are the pathophysiological actions of calcium ion? It can cause cardiac hypertrophy, enlarging of cardiac muscles. Excessive calcium can cause cardiac hypertrophy, and also cardiovascular remodeling can cause changing normal physiological appearance of blood vessels. Maybe can cause spasms. We would learn in near future about angina causing by spasms of blood vessels. So how the body is regulated, how body regulate calcium ions inside cells? There are three regulators: calcium channels, SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and sodium calcium exchanger. Calcium channels are situated in the cell membrane. They are protein channels. They were open up to some when they get some nerve signals or some G protein signals, they open up and calcium flush in. And SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, function as the storage of calcium ions inside the cells. Sodium calcium exchanger is the gate that release calcium when needed by SER from SER. So this is the calcium channel blockers classification. We have group 1, group 2 and group 3. Mainly for our exam in pharmacology, they mainly ask about group 1, but sometimes they ask about whole CCB classification. Please write down or draw or something the classification of CCB. So in group 1, what are group 1 CCBs? Selective L-type calcium channel blockers. There are several types of calcium channels. We don't need to know about them deeply. What are L-type, what are N-type, what are T-type. We don't need to go further, but we need to know about the classification and kind of drugs we use. So group 1 we categorize as selective L-type. It's a selective drug category for L-type calcium blockers, calcium channels. They work as antagonist and block L-type only. So in group 1 we have 1A, 1B, 1C. 1A, dihydropyridines, DHP. So dihydropyridines mainly act on arteries and arterioles. It means you know that calcium channel blockers act on smooth muscle cells and also cardiac muscles, but this selective L-type 1A dihydropyridine mainly act on arteries, so they dilate, vasodilation. So arteries dilate, not vasodilation, arteries dilate. So what are the examples for group 1A? You can remember that suffix at the end of those drugs is dipine. I'll give some examples: amlodipine, nifedipine, nimodipine, nitrodipine, clevidipine, all are dipines, dihydropyridines. Class 1A, solid in memory, right? Class 1A are dipines, solid, right? So class 1B, benzodiazepines. Just remember diltiazem. Class 1B benzodiazepines are equally effect for the cardiac muscles and smooth muscle cells in arteries. So they equally affect. You need to remember that part. What is the difference between 1A, 1B and 1C? So 1B, they affect very similarly for arteries and heart. So 1C, phenylalkylamines. Example: verapamil, galopamil, phenylalanine, like that. When we are talking about the phenylalkylamines, they mainly act on heart rather than smooth muscle cells in arteries. They mainly act on heart. So we finished the first part, group 1, and we are moving to group 2. Group 2 are selective drugs, but for the other types of calcium channels. Just like group 1, group 2 is also selective, but for the other types. We are classified like that. There are few other types of calcium channels: T-type, N-type and P-type. So we need to remember one example. If in a case we were asked to